So today we'll be speaking to Kiran Pradhan, who is currently a software professional with over 25 years of experience. So Kiran, could you tell us a bit more about your career?
So my career is largely, as you said just now, has been in the technology industry, and it has evolved and shaped over the last 25 years. And there have been a number of assignments that I've played, and each one of them, more interesting than the previous one. And I would say that it is also due to the field that I'm in, which is a rapidly evolving field, which has given me the opportunity to continuously, upgrade my skills. So when I started my career, I remember when I recall, I was doing something completely different from what I was today. And that's happened over 25 years. And every step of the way has been a learning process.
Yeah, I think I agree with you because even as I have seen it, technology is constantly evolving over these years. So, so since tech is prominent everywhere today, what skills do you think are required to take advantage of technology?
You can look at it two ways. You can look at it as an end user or a consumer. And the other way is to look at it is if you want to make a career out of uh, being in the technology industry, right? So if you look at it as an end user, even if you look at it as an end user, also technology is pervading quite a few industries, mostly all industries. Whichever industry you go to, you will see technology playing a role in that industry. So obviously, if the people who can leverage that technology in that particular industry would definitely, it would be a critical advantage to them, whether you're a graphic designer or an architect or in the navy. There are wide applications of technology across most sectors today, and which also means that these sectors will also evolve, because what technology definitely does when it enters or is used in a sector, any other non-technology sector, is that it makes that sector evolve as well. So from an end use perspective, of course, you need to know the latest technological developments. Whether you're a consumer in a consumer kind of setting, or even in a business or an industrial kind of setting. And the second part is, if somebody really wants to create a career or a roadmap in the technology sector. And I think there it is something to do with passion as well, in terms of, if you're really passionate about technology and you want to use it and you want to, spread it in the world or get other, industries, or change the way the world, acts, or things like that, then I would say the technology industry is a very fertile landscape. And I'm sure everybody who is interested in technology can find a niche for themselves, or some area of technology which they would be interested in, whether it is, artificial intelligence or robotics or software or, marketing or brand building. Technology finds uses in very wide fields. So within the technology field, if somebody wants to go, then one can always, look over time how you can specialize in any one of these fields as well.
Right. So I agree with you as well because I feel that's very important for individuals to keep themselves updated with today's trends in software and technology. So, what technology do you think is going to be the most prominent over the next 10 years?
Well, I would say over the next 10 years, uh, consumer technology and consumers connected to various brands is something that you will see increasingly, already due to recent events. The world is going online. From a company perspective, their approach to us customers is going to be more and more digital as the years go by. Whatever can be done remotely and whatever can be done on the phone, so that trend will only accelerate. Already technology has saved us from waiting in queues, filling up forms, etc., etc., paying our bills, physically. I think the world will go more and more digital, and definitely this digital transformation is one important trend that I see playing out over the next 5 to 10 years here in India, definitely, but all over the world as well.
Okay, so do you think technology in the future will emerge from startups or the big tech companies like Google and Microsoft?
I think both. I think both. I think one cannot substitute the other. I think the alpha that startups bring to play, because of their very nature of being risk-taking, innovative, going in different directions, will ensure that startups will always bring something to the table in terms of innovation. But I wouldn't discount the big tech companies either, because the big tech companies have very innovative developers within their fold. And, more and more big techies are adopting the startup culture by allowing small entrepreneurial teams within the companies to work on projects and come up with ideas and then build their ideas into reality. So I think innovation will come from everywhere.
Yeah, even I feel the same because even in today's world, we can see that there are companies like TikTok, which are rising as a startup and are becoming as popular as Facebook and so on. So, who would you consider as your idol in the field of technology?
So I would say, Mike, the company that I work for currently, it's a company called Salesforce. I think we make one of the most ideal pieces of technology, and I'll tell you why. This is one of the first companies that I've worked in where we use our software so extensively. I've worked in software companies before, but I have never come across a company or worked in a company where we used our own software so extensively and so completely as we do here in Salesforce. Salesforce is about helping customers achieve greatness with their customers. So I'll give you an example. So for example, some time ago my Fitbit broke, and when I went to Chroma, from where I had bought the Fitbit, they told me, hey, you have to get in touch with Fitbit.com directly. We can't help you. So I came back home a bit disappointed, but then I logged on to Fitbit and I raised a support request, and I got an email back in 5 minutes. And that email asked me to click on a link and upload the photo of my broken Fitbit, which I did. Within the next half an hour, I got another email stating that they were ready to replace my Fitbit, and with another link. That other link took me to a small site, microsite, where they asked me what would be the color of the replacement Fitbit, what would be the size of the wristband, and where it should be shipped to. And I just completed that form, sent it. Within 5 minutes, I got another message saying that your Fitbit order has been accepted and your Fitbit is getting shipped, with a shipment tracker and another link, so that I could actually check when my Fitbit left the factory, when it came to the warehouse, and when it came home. Right
Yeah,
now, all that whole process, from the time I got that email asking me to upload the photo of my broken Fitbit, it all happened on Salesforce, including the communication, the emails that went back and forth. And that, I think, was a really fantastic customer experience. I mean, I was delighted that I didn't have to deal with 2, 3 people, call up some 1-800 numbers who would not pick up, try and figure out how to get my details of my Fitbit to that company, etc., etc. And that whole thing happened on Salesforce. So I think we have an opportunity to really transform the way companies deliver the customer experience, right, to people like you and me. And I think that's what our company Salesforce does very, very well. So I think it's
yeah,
my ideal company.
yeah. Just talking to you about it, it seems so. The customer experience sounds quite nice and helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, speaking about working in the technology field, what guidance would you give students who want to work in your field?
Well, I think they have to, there are one has to follow one's passion, because the field is definitely, it's a pro innovation field. I think the more innovate, the more you are dedicated to using technology. You may not innovate in your first year in the field or even in your fifth year, but slowly over a period of time, you will realize that every time you're working on something new. So to be in that field, you have to be of an innovative mindset. You have to, figure out some space inside this vast field of technology which you really want to pursue with a passion, and then just work towards it, man.
Yeah,
You
that
can
sounds
you can enter the field by doing an engineering degree. You can enter the field doing an MBA degree. So the development people would, if you are interested in building, then you can go to an engineering degree or an MS degree before you join the field. If you want to become an inventor or a developer or a scientist, if you want to focus on the business aspects of the industry, then you can do your MBA, and then you can get into a sales and marketing kind of a career. These are the two broad paths.
okay. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and I wish you all the very best.
I wish you all the best too, Sean.